happy Juneteenth to everybody out there. This is on the rocks. Just talking about the same shit you guys are talking about, but you don't have to say it. You let us say it. Let people hate us, or let people laugh at us. Just chilling, man. So we were running around doing fucking running errands and shit like that.
It's all good.
And then I had to snack. Like I had to fucking see some like cashews or something.
Some cashews or something.
and then grab a beer.
Cheers to you, my friend.
Cheers.
Oh shit, dog. I was able to get 3 hours and 30 minutes on the phone with the unemployment office before I got disconnected. So I mean, I don't know.
Before you got disconnected?
Yeah. I don't know if that's progress or not, but
did you talk to anybody? Like anything?
I made it to 2 people. The first person, I told him kind of my situation. And he was like, "Oh yeah, you're stuck there." And I'm like, "Yeah." And I'm like, I tried to do all this shit, and me being stuck here because COVID-19 and shit has put like a strain on the status of my claims and all that shit. And he's like, "Oh yeah, for sure." I'm like, "All right, he's feeling me. All right." So I'm like, "Yeah, I've been trying to talk to a claim specialist." He's like, "Oh, I can transfer you." And I'm like, "Motherfucker, he's not the one." I get to the second guy. And then the second guy's the same way. He's like, "Oh yeah, for sure." In my heart, it was like a relief because I was like, I made it to the claim specialist.
Like, yes.
Right? Yeah. And then I'm like, "Yeah, I've been trying to talk to the claim specialist." She's like, "Oh, I could transfer you." I'm like, "Motherfucker, god damn it."
Dude. See, that's oh man, I think South Park did an episode like that.
Dog.
Yeah, it was always just like, somebody with a super thick foreign accent. "Oh, hold on, I'll transfer you, please." Just kept transferring. It was just like this big loop. Yeah. It just kept going in circles, and just like people are losing their shit.
Dog, I feel like Neo trying to make it to the Keymaker. You feel me, bro?
Oh yeah, I just watched that the other day. I just watched that. Reloaded. It's just Reloaded, the second one.
Yeah, I think that's when he does make it to the Keymaker.
Yeah. That is the one. Yeah, I just watched that the other day.
Well,
I think one of these other nights I'm just gonna get high and watch the third one. I've been like watching them in order. Like we watched the first one like just randomly one night, just chilling, and then I watched the second one. I'm like, finish the fucking trilogy.
Bro, you know what I've been watching over? I've been watching How to Get Away with Murder. I just finished that shit. Oh, I mean, so far.
Dude, that's one of Jasmine's like favorite shows.
Dog, I got my mom hooked on that shit.
So Governor Inslee signed a bill into law Friday that requires sex education in all Washington public schools starting in kindergarten.
All right, sex education at that age, I get it, but
I don't.
I mean, look, like, all right, sex education doesn't necessarily have to mean where you put the penis. You know what I mean? It could be the changes your body goes through or whatever. Like, Flash. I had Flash when I was going to school. It was like family, life, and sexual health. And that kind of covered everything from the basic shit to changes your body goes through to puberty. They brought like deodorant, like little travel size deodorant sticks who like, "Boys, you're gonna need this." And then the teachers would like eyeball the one student that never took a shower. They're like, "You're gonna need this."
Well, see, so I graduated in 06. We're not too far apart. I think you graduated in 06, right?
07.
So
1 year after you.
Okay. So I got I think the first part of sex ed was sophomore year. So freshman or sophomore year, and that was when you were required to take it. And then I think you had a choice if you wanted to take it a second time, like junior year or senior year or something like that. And I opted to fucking have another PE class. I was like, dude, yeah,
Another peak.
went through it.
Motherfucker.
We did it. We did this dance already. You know, I'm gonna go play sports.
Shit.
I was like, dude, I did the class, you know, with the bananas and the condoms and all that shit. Like,
Never did that. We never did
you
that.
know. Well, it's just, and our lady was she was hella cool, just like older white lady. Um, older white lady. I think she was married to a black dude, and everybody knew that. And like everyone's like, "Sean, get it!" And I'm just like, you know, it's like freshman, sophomore year. I'm just like, shut the fuck up,
Fucking kids, bro. We be wilding and shit. And
mm-hmm.
bro, we be saying the shit that we want to say now, but now the repercussion is just ridiculous in public. Like kids can say damn near anything they want with no consequence. I mean,
Kind
it
of.
usually falls on the parents anyway, right?
Told them it could make you go blind because they said you're a wanker and you're not blind, are you, Dad?
No.
Though you do wear glasses.
Anyway, it's not a very nice word, so let's not hear any more about it, all right?
All right. Wanker.
So what it's saying is, so it's not going to be about reproduction. It says their lessons would focus on good and bad touching and the differences between boys and girls' bodies.
That definitely needs to be fucking taught. Definitely.
Older students would learn about LGBTQ issues, contraception, pregnancy, sexually transmitted diseases, and sexual consent. Older students, but they don't have an age bracket for that, like on kindergarten. No, there's a younger one on that, but then they're saying for older, so it's like, what's older and where does that start?
The good and bad touch definitely needs to be fucking taught because I don't remember ever being taught that.
No, so that's good. That I could agree with. Just so, you know what I mean, like you can catch things before they happen or
know what's happening when it's happening, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and just so, you know, so the kid doesn't feel like, you know, they have to fucking just keep that shit in or whatever, you know what I mean? Or at least they could be like, okay, that's not good. I should go tell my parents.
And the 5-year-old kid, they're patting him down. He's going,
What are you doing? You're not a priest. Let go of me.
I'm
like, oh yeah, no, this is like, is this a good touch? Like a pat on the head, like a little pat on the back, like, oh, like nice game, little pat on the butt, like what, like.
I see. So you've had a problem too, I guess. Father pats, little private pat and chats like, good game, boy, good game, good game. Wash up, Timmy, really wash up. It's amazing they would catch them, and it wasn't just enough to catch them, but they had the Divine Witness Protection Program.
I mean, like, honestly, fuck, they should even go so far as to be like, what types of hugs are appropriate, what types are not, like, you know what I mean?
I mean, what's an inappropriate hug?
Like, if an adult is hugging like a minor with their hands low, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like, that shit is, yeah, like, yeah, common.
No, I just wanted to make you say it, dude.
Oh yeah. Dude, look, I'm not gonna lie. This is like
Show me on the doll.
Show me on the Pikachu where he hugged you. No, like for real, honestly. All right, since we're in this Pokemon realm right now, Charizard should not be hugging Charmanders in a certain way. You feel me? Yes, there we go. I said it. Fuck it. And honestly, all jokes aside, bro, like I'm like, dude, I've had some experience when I was younger with like adults being a little too friendly. So I was like,
oh, absolutely, dude.
There were moments where I was like, something about that didn't feel right. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then I feel like I should tell someone, but I didn't know what to say, who to say it to, and what was supposed to happen. So that being taught, that's huge. And I think that's good.
So reading that and definitely like, you know, reading that whole article, and believe me, you should definitely look more into it and read more articles about it, because there may be some, you know what I mean? There's always something, maybe, or there may be something, but I mean, that I agree with. I'm totally all aboard with that, because I could save a lot of bad situations, or at least prevent new ones from happening.
Yeah.
You know, just
A lot of psychological scar tissue
Yeah.
prevention.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Exactly. So I agree with that. That's cool. And if they're gonna keep what, like, I don't know, like, I guess maybe junior high, I think early enough to where you can start talking about, you know, rubbers and spermicide. Spermicidal. You remember that from Superbad?
Yeah.
So I got these condoms and this little bottle of spermicidal lube, and he's like,
She's like, oh,
Jonah
thank
Hill
God.
just goes,
I'm about to put a clip up right now.
Hey, so did you bring a condom for tonight?
You brought a condom with you?
Yeah, I figured I might as well, you know. I brought a little bottle of spermicidal lube, too.
What do you think Becca's gonna be psyched that you brought a bottle of lube? Oh, Evan, thank you for bringing that lube for my pussy. I never would have been able to handle your fucking 4-inch dick inside my pussy without that gigantic bottle of lube.
Okay, I thought it was cool. This is a nice kind.
Let me see that for a second.
An impressive
Actually,
kind.
that's kind of cool.
That's
Fucking
cool.
dumbass. Lube?
Oh, that's
You
fine.
brought lube?
So you owe me $6, because I'm not walking over there to get it.
Oh, it's so true. It hurts. It's so funny, bro. Jesus Christ.
oh, dude, Superbad was seriously like that movie. Fucking A.
Hey, Sean, why the fuck you carrying detergent? I got blood on my jeans. The fuck?
And then he puts alcohol inside the. Oh man, just
Can I
not the
just say,
move.
from the first time I saw that scene, I was like, no way that alcohol is drinkable. No way.
No.
No.
Dude, that's like liquid Tide. That's like just taking Tide Pods to the face. Like, you don't even have to chew on them. You could just drink it.
Facts.
You know what I mean?
Like throwing up fucking bubbles and shit.
Oh, dude. Oh, dude, that would be an interesting shit to see. Just bubbles coming out of your ass, out of your ears, out of your mouth, just clean as a whistle.
Fuck.
Fucking aim. But so we were talking the other day. Last time I talked to you, we were talking about Tekashi 6ix9ine's new video.
Yeah. Yeah.
What a very special person he is.
Dude, I watched a clip of that. I didn't watch the whole thing. I couldn't.
Good.
I watched a clip of
Yeah.
it though. Can I ask you one simple question?
What?
Why does he have to yell so much?
Little man syndrome.
Mm.
Should I actually just even fucking Wikipedia this motherfucker and say how tall he is?
Do it. Fuck it. And hey, if
You just
I could pop it. Whatever, man. Jesus Christ. It's funny because he's yelling his fucking ass off, and Nicki Minaj is talking like she's 7 years old.
yeah.
You gotta have something. Like if you got nothing to say and you don't have a good voice, you can't sing, you can't harmonize. You got to do something, right?
Scream. DMX.
Hey, DMX had lyrics though.
He had lyrics, and he had his own, and it was a sound. I just like that he was always barking at people and shit. Like, calm down, bro. Like, calm down.
Hey, bro, he brought the energy though. He rode his beats so hard, bro. He was, and he was a part of the Rough Riders. I mean, you can't sound soft being part of the Rough Riders. Come on now.
Oh, dude, speaking of short ass motherfuckers, I think DMX is like 5'4" or some shit. Or
He's not a big
5'5".
dude. He's not a big dude.
He's a tiny ass dude. And it's funny because it's like you would think like, you know, you're watching like the music videos back in the day, you know what I mean? And you would just like kind of expect this dude to be like 6'1", you know, 6 foot at least, like just big motherfucker. Nah, dude, you're like, I'm taller than him, and I'm a short dude, like short for, you know, whatever, but I'm taller than that guy. Like that's crazy.
Bro,
But
the camera angles made him seem taller. I'm not gonna lie.
Tom Cruise, short as fuck.
Yeah. Family Guy clowned on him for that. Oh my god, it's so cold, bro. It's like as tall as Stewie. God.
Oh man, there's a lot of them that are fucking just tiny. And it's like when I think of 5'5", for some reason I just always think of women, like just, that's like around their height, 5'5", 5'4", blah blah blah. So when I think of a dude like that, I'm just like, oh, that's cute.
Actually, wait, there was a guy on being interviewed on Vlad being asked about Tekashi, and this dude apparently he's a rapper, but apparently he's like he gives off this psycho persona. You know what I mean? I don't know if you've seen him or heard of him, but he's like tat up in the face a little bit, and he's like, "So what do you think about Tekashi 6ix9ine?" And he's like,
"Bro, cute." You know what I
he
mean? He
kept
like,
going.
He like a cute boy. I wouldn't fuck though. Nah, not him.
You just think he's cute?
Yeah. Like I wish I could just have him like around me all the time, like next to me. I think of 69 like a leprechaun, like a magical fairy.
Like a magical fairy.
That was the nicest way to shit on someone I ever seen in my life.
Oh, absolutely. Like I said, that was a fucking just a nice cold backhand right there. Like, you know, like it wouldn't hurt you right here. It would hurt you right here. Like,
right the fuck here. That pop your ego.
Oh, dude, like a balloon. Like just done. Oh my god, but yeah, like Tekashi, like it's just he's at this point novelty to me. Like, of course, I would love to see him like do like some celebrity boxing or something like that, and like get matched up against somebody, and just get like completely fucking mollywop. That'd be the most. I would pay like pay-per-view prices to see that. That would be fantastic.
Who would you?
I would love for it to be like somebody like. I'm just trying to think of somebody who's not like fucked up on lean all the time. Somebody who could actually like get in like the game.
Oh,
I would love to.
Fair. That's not even fair.
I know it's not. Dude.
That's not even.
But
fair.
it would just be. It would be great. It would be great. And I just hope he would just like stretch it out as far as he could and just kick the shit out of him.
That'd be like.
But that, obviously, that would never happen.
Bro, that'd be like one of those fights where as soon as the bell rang, that'd be like a Muhammad Ali fight. Like as soon as the bell rang, 10 seconds, like everyone's got the bets, everyone's placing $1 million bets and shit. 10 seconds in, the fight's over, and everyone's just quiet. The stadium's just dead silent. And everyone's like, is he alive?
That's all the fun stuff, man.
God damn.
King County got approved to move to phase 2. I mean, so I think that's
what does that mean?
I think that's 25 or 50% of like your occupancy is what you could have at your restaurant or whatever.
What was phase 1?
I don't know. It was like a modified thing. I can't remember the specifics on that, but people are all stoked. Like, hell yeah! There's this place up the street from my house that's been closed down since all the closures or whatever. That now has a bunch of cars out in front. I'm like, all right, we'll see how this goes. Oh, and so apparently, I don't have the facts on this, but word through the grapevine is that Obama was involved with sex trafficking.
What? What the fuck? Oh my god! I wonder who reported that.
Bruh.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, man. I keep being reminded of this quote that Denzel, I believe it was Denzel Washington that was asked on the red carpet, or some kind of like celebrity meetup or award ceremony or whatever. But he was asked the question. He replied, "If you read the newspaper, you're misinformed. If you don't, you're uninformed." And when I heard that, I was like, "Fuck, that's just about right."
Yeah. I don't read the paper. I just Google fucking, recent news, stuff like that, just to see what the first thing that pops up is, what's most recent, that's how I get my news. And I mean, if it's something big, like something that's pretty like far-fetched, like of course, like I'll, run through it and try and fucking like find it on a different site, see what they say, find it on a different site, see what they say, before I'm completely bought in, with anything. Shit, dude, look out. Look what happened to fucking, when everybody was talking about COVID-19 when it first came out. Everyone was like, this will be fucking nothing. This will blow over in like no time, blah, 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 blah. And here we are, 4 months later? Like, fuck.
Yeah. Dog, speaking
airports being closed, fucking bars being closed, fucking nail salons and fucking, spas, all that shit. Sorry, ladies. Sorry, Jasmine. Like,
but like it's funny because I got another fucking U.S. Embassy alert. Instead of the airport being open on July 1st, now it's suspended through July 4th.
As long as it's gonna happen, you know what I mean? Like,
eventually.
So I mean, would you be flying on the 4th of July?
No, bro. That right there is a red.
He's like, absolutely not.
That's a red fucking flag, bro. Come on, man.
You're like, absolutely fucking not. Nope, absolutely not.
You don't have to be. You don't have to be an Arab to know, like, not not to say that it's an Arab thing, but if you pay attention heavily to the world events lately, that is not the moment to be on a fucking travel anywhere. Fuck that.
I mean, shit, dude. Like, yeah, people got shot up in a movie theater, like on I think opening night of The Dark Knight,
Mm-hmm.
or it was the one with Heath Ledger as Joker, like over somewhere in Denver, or I'm sorry, Colorado. That was opening night of like a badass movie, and someone got shot. You're gonna be in a fucking plane, a mile up in the air on 4th of July.
Yeah.
Where we Americans blow shit up.
You said
so
it,
it's
not
just
me.
like, I know. Well, that's what we do on 4th of July. We get drunk and we blow shit up, right?
Bruh.
So you're just like, in my head, because I hate flying. Fuck that. Give me a cocktail or two. Yeah, I'll be able to fly. But I'm watching every exit, fucking.
For me to fly on 4th of July, it would have to be the cocktail the doctors give you, which is like morphine, a little bit of milk of amnesia.
The last cocktail you ever had, that type of cocktail.
Yeah, the one that when it hits your veins, everything feels cold. And you're like, ooh, what's this?
Okay, Carter, I'm gonna need you to quiet on the set, bro.
Bro,
quiet on the fucking set.
I want to see if I can get Carter to meet Lucky. That would be fucking hilarious.
He's a spaz right now, dude. He's like all about his toy.
Dude, it seems like every time that you're around Carter, he just wants you to throw that really big butt plug.
Yeah, like, whoa,
bruh.
Not even just the tip, dude. Like, damn. I wish I had my worst enemies. I take that back.
How to do though? I mean, that would be fitting. That'd be fitting.
I don't think it would fit.
What is up with all these fucking couples making joint Facebook accounts and pranking each other? Bro, have you seen this shit?
No.
Bro, maybe it's just my feed because I keep watching this shit. But apparently it's a thing now on Facebook for couples to make like a joint account and to make like it's like a step up from Vines because it's like a couples thing to where they just prank each other back and forth. And the most I've ever seen, the most corny shit is when they prank each other that they're talking to another girl or talking to another guy or like
Yeah.
FaceTime each other and there's like a wig on a mannequin's head and they try to play it off like, bro, you did the same prank like 3 times. You think we don't know that you're acting?
Yeah, it's staged. And that's what, like at first there's like a lot of, I think there are some genuine like TikToks where, you know what I mean? Like some people actually genuinely got butthurt about something, like there are some good ones. You could see that. But I do feel like there's a lot of them that are fucking completely staged. And while it may be funny, it's just like, man, that's bullshit. But there are some good ones.
Bro, one of the main ones I see is that a guy will leave his phone and like his girl will be like see his phone, he'll like make the screensaver or the lock screen a picture of a different girl.
Yeah.
Or
oh, dude, it's like, do you want to die? Yeah. Do I have a death wish? Do I have a death wish? No, I do not, because I do not plan to die today, tomorrow, or the next. Bro. I will, like, you will see me on the back of a fucking milk carton, dude. You'll never find my body. And if you did, it will be a closed casket.
Oh my God.
I'm just going to put that out there right now. I love my fiance to death. Notice that there's the key word there, death.
To us part kind of thing.
Nah, dude, I don't want to play those games, dude. Like,
but like, I mean, it seems like they all right. So I guess it all stems out from like couples vlogging together, like video blogging, and they do typical shit like we're going to Target together. This is what we found. This is what we bought. Blah blah blah. But in that vlog, there's a prank, so it seems inconspicuous, but it's obvious because there's a couple, and then that couple is friends with another couple that does the same shit. And then I'll see a post of one couple doing a prank, and then their friends do the same fucking prank. And I'm like, all right, at what point do you want us to believe that you're actually pranking and then one person doesn't actually know that it's a prank, that it's like legit?
That's all bullshit, dude. It's all bullshit.
You feel me?
Like, what happened to days like for real pranks, dude? Like fucking like, I mean, I can't say that I pulled off some great pranks on my girl, but I've definitely, scared her on the toilet.
And you can't, I mean, that's gold, but you can't really videotape that shit and have her be like sign off on that shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, that's not going to happen. That's definitely not going to happen. But I mean, I have videos and they will never be shared, but like just stuff that is like, that has made me cry. Because that's how hard I was laughing. Like I was laughing so fucking hard that I'm collapsing. And I'm gonna have this forever. You know what I mean? Forever. But she has gotten me though. I'm not even kidding you. There's been times where I've been like so fucking stoned, like just gone. And I don't even think there's times where she doesn't even try. But she'll just like pop in the room and like, whether I'm playing like video games or I'm like watching a movie or something like that, the lights are low, and I just, you know what I mean? And it's seriously like, there's times where I'm just like, I probably pooped or farted a little bit. Just started sweating a little bit because I'm just like so fucking embarrassed.
Are you serious? Like she's like Jasmine got you, bro?
Oh, she's gotten me several times.
Okay, so y'all some pranksters, okay. See, that's
I mean, but like I said, though, there are some times that she doesn't even try and it just fucking happens. But then the times that she does try, like, she's got me out, definitely. But if I had to put a number on, nah, not a number, but if I had to put who was in the lead on said pranks, it'd be this guy with the two thumbs pointing at himself. Yes, absolutely.
So wait, I like, am I tripping or did I imagine that either you or Jasmine were talking about how y'all gonna get me or prank me or some shit like that? Like that you're gonna.
Oh yeah.
Me?
Oh, don't worry about that. Don't worry about that, bud.
Oh, really? Okay, bro.
Don't worry about that.
It was because Jasmine was like, "Oh, wait till you come over. We're gonna get you." And I'm like, Jasmine, I've seen some shit.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. See,
I have no idea what you're talking about, but I will revisit this. I probably got some like schematics like hanging up somewhere in my room. Fucking some blueprints,
like Charlie,
this, like Wile E. Coyote fucking prank that I'm about to pull on you.
In the mailroom, trying to explain who this one guy is from.
Exactly. I got my dry erase board, fucking with all the usual suspects.
I don't want to sound cocky, I really don't. But
God, here we go.
But you know, when someone says that, they're about to sound cocky, and I'm gonna.
When you start a sentence like that, like I don't want to sound racist. I don't want to sound sexist. But I'm not trying to be a bitch, but
I'm gonna push through it.
I don't want to be that person, but you know, like,
bro, I'm unprankable.
It was at this moment that he knew he fucked up.
And I'm unscareable.
Unprankable.
I'm unprankable.
Okay, hold on. Let's mark this day. What's today? I think it's the 20th.
Today is
June 20th, 2020.
Yeah.
Yeah, June 20th, 2020. I don't care what time it is, but this date, Talal Kreese said he is unprankable.
Yeah.
One, I'm going to look that up in the dictionary to see if that's actually a thing.
It's a thing.
But, I mean, you can make up words. I don't give a fuck. But I get the gist of what you're saying. So now, what I'm going to say to you, sir, challenge accepted.
You're not going to get
You don't know when it's going to happen. You don't know what it's going to be. You don't know if it's going to hurt. You don't know if it's going to tickle. You don't know if it's going to burn.
Bro.
You don't know shit. You're in the dark right now.
By definition of what I just said, I know when it's happening. I'm going to laugh during, and I'm going to be like, that's a nice try. Go back to the drawing board type shit. Whether you try to scare me or prank me to believe something that's happening that's really not happening, bro, come on.
All right. I'm glad we're recording because now we got it. Everybody that's watching, definitely drop a like if you like it. Obviously, that's how that works. Also, subscribe. So one day you could see my boy TK over here get pranked.
You better get it on camera. You better get it on camera because otherwise, ain't no one gonna believe you.
Do I look stupid to you? Don't answer that.
No. You look highly intelligent. But at the same time, I've seen some.
Well, yeah, I'm just sorry, dude. You're gonna have like so now. I just want you to understand like what you're doing to yourself. Because not only can I get Andy, Admit One, who is MIA right now. He's enjoying some time away from the.
Please get him.
The ridiculousness of Seattle. I don't even think that's a word, ridiculousness. Fuck you, Rob Deerdick.
It is now.
I can get Andy in on this, bro. Like it could be, dude. It could be a slow burn. You don't even know.
Get Colin on this shit, bro. I don't care who you get on this shit. Anyone that you think get the whole fam cooperating with this shit. It's not gonna happen.
Giving me my Rob De Niro face. Don't fuck with me, fucker. Let's just go back and forth on something, which is always a good one because high school, high school, man. I'm 32. You're how old?
31.
31.
Fuck, high school.
So I mean, we're around the same age. Yeah. I graduated 06. You graduated 07.
Summit.
Can you tell me one story? Tell everybody, tell the world one story about high school that just either made you. Let's go with either made you love high school or made you hate high school. I don't know what your experience was in high school. Like everybody's got different shit going on, but just something that just like you'll never forget. You'll never, you know what I mean? Like let it past you. Whether it's like you peed your pants, you know. I know this is high school, but I mean shit happens.
I got some stories. And I got a few stories. Fuck, because man, back in high school, I was still like a really, I guess what would be described as a square. By the way, that term makes no sense to me now because the more I think about it, a square is rough around the edges, but someone that's not a square is a fully rounded human being, which is the meanings are complete opposite. Anyway, I was considered a square. I wasn't part of any clique, and our school was hella cliquey, so I wasn't part of any clique. I guess I was part of the small ass circle of people that was cool with everyone, that knew everyone, but wasn't really particularly part of any one group. But everyone kind of knew who I was. I knew who everyone was, but I kind of stayed by myself, and I had a small circle of people that did the same thing. So let's see, high school stories. Where do we go from here? There's one where I had my first accidental drink of alcohol.
Accidental?
Fuck, dude. And let me mind you, in high school, I was very, let's say, I was very heavily influenced by my religion. So I tried to stay like a good boy religiously and all that shit. So there was that first accidental drink of alcohol, which I did not know was alcohol, and I was in a classroom during class. So that was interesting. I felt like my feet were getting hot in the middle of social studies type shit.
Tell me more about Abe Lincoln.
It wasn't even like that, bro. Like, fuck. Okay, so wait, there's that story. There was a moment in high school where I was sitting in like the middle of the class, and I would hear. And I went to a K through 12 school, which my parents at the time did not know that meant that's the school you went to, specifically this one, when you got kicked out of other schools. They wanted me to go there with me and my brother went there because we can go there together, and they want us to stay together and all that shit.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Other parents want brothers to stick together.
Yeah, my brother.
I'm sitting in U.S. history, and this teacher we had was super, I want to say, she had an activist-like feel about her. And she was new, so everyone gave her shit. And everyone tried to make her quit, but she was tougher than all of us, bro. I give her much props. Fuck, yeah, a lot of respect goes out to her now, especially having experienced what I've experienced in life now. So everyone was passing around this water bottle, and I was dead thirsty, bro. I was like, yo, can I get some of that, please? I'm sure you know where this is going. I asked the person beside me, his name was Connor. I'm like, bro, can I please get a sip of that? He's like, are you sure? I should have taken it from that fucking point that something was fishy. I should have, but I didn't.
Red flag.
Red flag.
Red flag.
Calling me colorblind because shit. He looked at 3 other people and they said, give it to him. And I'm like, oh, thank you. I grabbed that water bottle. I remember it was Arrowhead. Bro, I remember certain details like a motherfucker. It was Arrowhead water bottle. Bro, I grabbed that shit. You know the Airhead water bottles, they're easy to squeeze. So I was like, oh, I'm so thirsty. You guys cool if I kill this? They're like, go for it. It was half full. I put that shit in my mouth and I went, and all I felt was this dry, weird Burn.
Burn.
Bro, I swallowed all of it for some dumb reason. And I was like, this kind of tastes like rose water. Wait a minute. My face started getting hot. I started sweating a little bit real quick, like flash sweat. And I was like, what the fuck was that? They're like, shh, shut the fuck up. It's gin. No chaser. Bro, first time drinking
Yeah,
alcohol.
you're in the middle of fucking class.
I chugged that shit because I was so thirsty. And
yeah, that's not gonna quench your thirst, brother. That's gonna make you a lot thirstier.
Bro, imagine what the first words out of my mouth were.
Fuck.
Pretty much. But I followed that with, I'm a Muslim. What the fuck? Guys, I've never drank anything in my mind, in my heart and soul. At that moment, I felt ruined. Like, I felt like my purity had been sucked out of my body so quick.
Just when TK was born?
You know what? That's when the flow still was born. The flow still.
Dude, so one good thing about my high school experience was that I was like that kid. I didn't have like headgear, but I had braces. Yeah. It was great. It was a great time. It was a good time.
I love how
I had them twice.
Saying, I didn't have headgear, but
I mean, I had the full on, like fucking railroad tracks, man.
Just do that.
And so not only that, I was on fucking crutches because I broke my ankle freshman year of high school.
Damn, dude.
I forget when I got them off. I think I got them off like my braces off like sophomore year or something like that. But the best day of my life, I forget. I think it was sophomore year. I got my braces off 1 week. I got my cast off after the second time I broke my ankle.
Oof.
And so I had no fucking gear on my face, had no fucking crutches, you know what I mean? Like I was fucking, I felt good. That was like one good thing that I'll never forget about high school because it's like, dude, braces, man, it's a bitch. You can't eat this, you can't eat that. Yep. You got to go in every couple of weeks and get your shit tightened, and your whole fucking face is all fucking sore. Like, it's a fucking bitch and a half. Do I regret it? No. Was it my choice? I can't remember.
Probably no.
But
I want to say no because I had braces.
Yeah, I mean, I can't remember. But one thing I will say, like my worst, or one of my bad experiences in fucking high school, senior year, I was in a musical. I was in a musical, and we were going to. I don't think I ever got on stage. Like actually performed it. I was like a backup or some shit. And showing up to rehearsals or whatever the fuck, just ripped one. And
please tell me it was dead quiet.
I knew it from the jump, dude. I knew it from the jump. Like I knew it. I had started.
No.
Right before I got to go to like rehearsal, we're around a bunch of people, and
oh, poor Sean.
I mean, you can't really play off,
no,
a little butt nugget. And you notice how I'm saying this with a straight ass fucking face?
Who did you tell?
I got on my phone. I lived with my buddy at the time, him and his dad, and I was like, hey man, I really, really need you right now.
Oh my God.
Oh, what the fuck happened, dude? What happened? You okay? I'm okay. But yada yada yada, I shit my pants.
God, if you listen, help!
Oh my
if there was ever a time that somebody could really like just pull one in for you, that's it.
Jesus.
Could you imagine if it was just like, nah, dude, figure it out?
Oof.
Sharding is not something to be played with, especially in public. At home, yeah, man, throw those dookie boxers away. Like, fuck it. I'm not saying that fucking shit happens all the time. I'm not saying that it's happened recently. I'm not saying any of that. But if it were to happen at home, take those bitches off, throw them in the trash, take a shower, get in between those cheeks.
Long shower.
But yeah, that's probably like my most like embarrassing moment. And honestly, I thank my friend for fucking pulling through on that one. Because I mean, it was either that or put on costume, bare ass.
Jesus Christ.
You know, a costume that's been worn by several people over years.
Man,
I don't want my junk, you know, jangling.
Cheers.
In that shit. So cheers to that.
That was probably a character defining moment in high school for you, man. Jesus Christ.
I don't think it really gave me character at that. What? I don't think it gave me character. I think it mortified me to the point of like every time you fart, you better be sure. Don't be a hero.
Tom, 3 things to remember when you get older. Never pass up a bathroom. Never waste a hard-on. And never trust a fart.
Yeah.
And
exactly.
It's funny you say you're in a musical. It reminds me, in high school I played the Cheshire Cat in Alice in Wonderland, and they put me in a onesie with glow-in-the-dark face paint, and the onesie was a size too small.
Oh God.
And I was not a slim cat.
So were you
no pun intended.
What do they call it? I think it's moose knuckles.
Oh man, bro, man, it was. I want to say.
I think that's the male version of a camel toe. Were you moose knuckling it?
Bro, it was some other shit. Like, if I'm never able to have kids, there's no question at what moment in my life caused it. None at all.
It was the onesie.
I had a tail sewn to the back of it, bro, that I had to pet during the scene that I was supposed to play. When I played that scene, like, I was on stage and I was laying on a fucking piece of like rollaway cart, whatever. And they say, pet your tail, pet your tail. It's like the Cheshire Cat, like you being sassy and shit. I'm like, yo, I don't think you understand how small this is on me. It took me and someone else to zip it the fuck up. This isn't cool.
I think that is a character-defining moment for you. Having someone else zip you into a costume and being told to pet your tail.
Bro.
And be hold on, sassy.
God damn. I'm not gonna lie.
Cue Megan Thee Stallion fucking to law with a fucking tail.
You know what though? You know what? I'm not gonna lie, and I'm proud to say I fucking killed that role. I fucking killed it, bro. I memorized my lines. I didn't fuck up. But
all right, Joaquin Phoenix.
Huh? Phoenix. You fucking Phoenix.
I nailed it. I nailed fucking Cheshire Cat. I was sassy as fuck. I fucking nailed that shit.
Bro.
See my tail? Did you see that fucking tail? You see those knuckles?
Yeah, I saw that.
You see those knuckles?
Cute clip.
As a police officer, you are dealing with a drunk person, and that drunk person ends up fucking dying or getting beat the shit kicked out of them. As a bartender, you have somebody who's being belligerent and drunk. What do? Escort that person out as non-violently as possible, with less physical action as possible. You try and get that person out. We're not equipped with a gun. We don't have pepper spray. We don't have mace. We don't have a fucking taser. But we deal with drunk people, and we're not killing them. We don't get to the point, and people do get belligerent at bars.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But we get them out of the door for the police to handle, or we get them out of the door so they can go home, be safe, wake up, oh my God, I made a mistake, and live. They're alive for another day. And I'm not trying to compare bartending to police, but like, oh, well, he was drunk and he was belligerent, so you had to shoot him?
And bro, to be honest, the first thing we do as bartenders before we do any of that escorting out is we serve them some water. We try to help them. We try to get them in the right mind as much. We try to be human
and give them a choice.
We try to be fucking human beings to another human being before we try to be business, or we try to be
judge, jury, and executioner.
You feel me? And it's funny because when I was bartending once, it was a dead ass night, and I had these two ladies at my bar, and lo and behold, like they were talking about race, and they were talking about a racial issue that had to do with the police. And when one of them went to the bathroom, me and this lady started to converse a little bit, and something in my head was like, watch your words. And I was like, you know what, fuck it, I was like, I couldn't help but overhear the conversation because you guys are the only ones in the bar. I thought it was pretty interesting. And the lady had just told me that she's a police officer, and she had been a cop for over 30 years. And I was being dead ass honest. I was like, nothing against you personally, but I don't like the cops. I don't like police officers. And she leaned over the bar. She's like, me neither. And lo and behold, this police officer knew my mom, who worked with the Human Rights Commission hell a long time ago. And me and her ended up having a drink when I got off my shift. And we actually vibed together. One of the on less than half of my hand, I can count the number of cops I can consider decent that I've met in my life. She's definitely one of them. I mean, I'm not going to say her name, but that was a memorable moment for me. And it was a Seattle police officer. And that right there, like, she was a human being before anything. And even she didn't like the cops because she knows what the fuck's going on. And it was a white woman. Not that, it shouldn't matter, but I think that counts for something.
Well, I definitely am with you on that. I've never been the person to say, like, it's just like all white people are bad. I'm not saying that whatsoever. The same way, like, people say, like, oh, it's just one bad egg. You know what I mean? Like, okay, well, sorry, but there's several bad eggs in any bunch. I don't care if you're black, white, Chinese, Korean, Vietnamese, Arab, fucking
a lot of Asians,
Yeti, fucking Pokemon, fucking
yeah.
I don't give a fuck, Targaryen, fucking, like Decepticon. I don't give a shit what your fucking allegiances are. Sorry, I was just going very, very, very broad with that, being fucking ridiculous.
I like it.
Huh?
I like it. I like how broad you went with that. I feel it.
I just don't think anybody fucking should have to deal with any of that shit. And I'm not saying that it's all black people, or I'm sorry, white people that have this thing about them. There's a lot of people that, like, even within the black race itself, and I'm not saying that this is an issue now or it's something that needs to be discussed, but I'm just saying it happens in between races as well. Like, I think back in the day, it was like, the darker you were, the more closer to, like, not royalty, but like you were up there in the hierarchy because you were dark. Light-skinned people, were thought of as lesser than the dark. You know what I mean? And so that's like the opposite of like what is going on as far as racism. It's like the darker you are, if you're anything but just white, blonde hair, blue eyes, or whatever they fucking feel is the superior race, then you're shit. But it's like, look at it, dude. There's more of us than there are of them. And I'm sorry to generalize it as us and them, but that's kind of how they're making it. So that's how I view it. I mean, at a certain point, like I understand it, and I just want things to be realized and figured out. Like I'm fucking tired of it, and I'm sick of fucking hearing about it. But hopefully things change, just because like people are actually starting to see it. And I mean, this isn't, you know, it's like 90 something when Rodney King got his ass beat. And we've had several things happen in between then. I'm hoping that this, given like with all social media, everybody's got phones, cameras and video cameras and their fucking phones and their tablets and all this and that. Shit doesn't slide anymore. There's, you know, cameras for police officers, like shit can't slide anymore. And people need to be held accountable for their actions, whether they feel it's justified or not. That's where I'm at on that. Honestly, dude, I just feel like it's not beating a dead horse. It's not a marathon that can't be finished. It's not a race that can't be fucking won. It's not a battle that can't be won. It's one that is going to be very long and bloody, and it's going to have a lot of casualties, whether it be mentally or physically, because there's a lot of people that seriously, like, I'm sure after being cooped up in your house for X amount of months and then only to find out, like, people are dying, you know what I mean, over this shit. People are being found in fucking trees. When I say people, who I'm talking about is black people, but I'm saying people because that's what we are. People. And whether these hangings were suicide or not, I really feel like it just sucks. I don't want anybody to grow up feeling afraid of being out and about and, you know, enjoying what is supposed to be the American dream. Yeah. You know, COVID-19 all aside, I don't want some young little brother, you know, growing up, fucking being afraid of fucking police. Like that shouldn't be a thing. And everybody knows that already. I'm just saying, I really hope something happens to where shit changed, and hopefully that it's already happened. And hopefully this is where the change comes from. Sorry, fucking main road, people driving by. I really hope this is what the catalyst for change. I hope this is what sparks it. Regardless of who's in office, regardless if you're a Democrat or Republican, we just all need to be a little more self-aware of the fact that we're all living in the same planet. Countries, religion, you know, the car you drive, the job you do, that's all fucking whatever. We're all living on the same planet. Let's just kind of let's smile and have fun. Like, I don't care who you are. Let's take a shot together. That's wishful thinking, and I'm sure I'm not the only one in this world that feels that way, but
not on that. And we all got some shit to figure out.
This is on the rocks. Just talking about the same shit you guys are talking about, but you don't have to say it. You let us say it. Let people hate us, or let people laugh at us. But yeah, again, this is me signing out. T, you got anything you want to say?
Nah, man, just show love, man, and show support. I can't wait to get back.
Well, it's much appreciated. Me, I will stay my black ass at home. I will protest. I will try and find black-owned businesses to fucking contribute to. I'm not going to be like catching a fade or anything like that. I'd rather cut my own fucking hair. My shit's busted. But if anybody out there has got a line on some good ass soul food in Seattle, Washington, throw it in the comments, please. I will show support for that shit. What's good? Give me some collard greens. Give me some fucking barbecue, motherfucker. Damn.
Yes.
Now I'm making myself hungry. This is why smoking weed is bad sometimes. Now I'm just ranting. Nah, man. All my peoples, all my brothers, stay safe. All my brother from another mother's, stay safe. I don't care what color you are. Stay safe. Freedom. That's the word that we want. That's what we need. That's what it's all about. Freedom. Be who you are. And also rest in peace to my boy Gary Meeks. 4 years have passed, man. I miss you. Peace and peace, brother. AFNF, all family, no friends.